Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Seperti biasa, kita ni akan memulakan sesi pembelajaran kita ni dengan berselawat ke atas Rasulullah SAW selama 2 minit. Terlebih dahulu, kita ni membaca 3 niat penting ini. Yang pertama, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk memenuhi perintah Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Yang kedua, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk memenuhi hak Rasulullah SAW. Dan yang ketiga, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk mendapat syafaat Rasulullah SAW di akhirat kelak. Semoga dengan berselawat, Allah akan membukakan hati dan minda para pelajar untuk menerima ilmu dan memanfaatkan ilmu tersebut di masa akan datang. Disarankan kepada semua pelajar untuk membaca doa di dalam hati selama 2 minit berselawat. Doa untuk kedua orang tua, keluarga, diri sendiri dan apa saja doa yang ingin para pelajar sampaikan. Okay? 2 minutes from now.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد
Doa sebelum belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma aftah alaina hikmataka wanshur alaina min hazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Allah, bukakanlah ke atas kami hikmat-hikmat-Mu dan limpahilah ke atas kami khazanah rahmat-Mu. Wahai yang maha pemurah lagi maha penyayang.
Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Rabbku, lapangkanlah untukku dadaku dan mudahkanlah untukku urusanku dan lepaskanlah kekakuan dari lidahku, supaya mereka mengerti perkataanku.
Amin.
Amin, 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 ya Rabbal Alamin. In this session, we're going to discuss about mode, median, mean, and range. So, can you please get ready with your notes, page 137 until 147. And your worksheet page 132 until 134. Okay, this will be the keywords that you will find out in this topic. First, dataset, mode, median, mean, and range. We're going to discuss this mode, median, mean, and range. And what is actually dataset? Data is a set of information. Each piece of information is called a value. Sometimes we call it element. Okay. First, let us discuss about mode. The mode of a dataset is the element that occurs the most often. It is the value or data that occurs most frequently or with the highest frequency in that dataset. It is also called the model value. Some of the exam question will use the word model and some of it will use the word mode. It is uncommon for a dataset to have more than one mode, but it is not impossible when two or more elements occurs with equal frequency in the dataset. That is when the bimodal and trimodal happen. Okay, bimodal means the dataset have two modes, whereas trimodal is when the dataset have three modes. Okay, for example, this single mode we only have 5 as the highest frequency. The second box bimodal because we have 2 and 5 with equal frequency, and trimodal when we have 2, 5, and 7 have equal frequency. Next, example 23a. James have a spinner that have sections level 1 to 5. He spins the spinner 10 times. Okay, here are his scores: 1, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 4, 1. And find the mode. That is the only question. Find the mode. So you just need to look at the data here and look which one is the most often, which value is the most often. That will be the highest frequency. So we can see here 4 is the most often. Therefore, the mode for this question will be 4. Okay. Don't forget to fill in the answers in your notes, page 137. For part B, here are the ages of 9 children at a birthday party. Find the mode. Remember, mode, the key for mode is the most often. Okay, look at the data here and look which value is the most often. Look carefully. Okay, and the answer will be 10. Here will be the extra examples. Can you please copy this down in your notes? You can use the blank pages in your notes to copy these examples, okay? Extra example 1, find the mode of size. Okay, you are given the table. So remember, mode is about the highest frequency. Okay, mode is about the highest frequency. So look for the highest frequency in this table. Okay, so as you can see here, L will be the highest frequency with 150. Therefore, your answer should be L. Answer, the mode is size L. Okay. The next one, extra example 2. The table shows the number of shades of each color sold in a cell. Okay, here will be the color and here will be the frequency. The frequency here is about number of shades. Okay, state the model colors. Now, it can be mode, bimodal, trimodal. There is possibility to have bimodal or trimodal mode, okay, because we have S here. Alright, now let us look at the frequency. And as we can see here, we have two equal frequency, blue and black. These frequency are the highest frequency and they are equal. Therefore, here we have bimodal mode. The answer is the mode are blue and black. The mode are blue and black. Don't forget to copy this down in your notes. Okay. And the explanation, The colors blue and black occur with the highest frequency, that is 95. Therefore, the model colors are blue and black. Next, median. The median of a set of n values is the middle value if n is odd, or the mean of the two middle values if n is even, when the values are arranged in ascending or descending order. Please listen carefully. Median is kind of unique, okay? Before you start to find out the middle value, you need to rearrange, okay? You need to rearrange the elements in the dataset in terms of ascending or descending order. It's up to you, but usually we use ascending order, okay? And if the number of element in the dataset is odd number, so you just simply take the middle value. But if the number of elements in the dataset is even number, so you need to find out the mean of the two middle values. Mean here like average that you learn in your year 6, okay? Yes, the median of the dataset is dependent on whether the number of elements in the dataset is odd or even, okay? How to find median? How to find median? We have two methods here, but for the simple data, you just use method 1. Okay? For simple data, you just need to use method 1. You rearrange the elements and look for the number of elements in the dataset. If it is odd numbers, so just rearrange and take the middle value. If it is even numbers, you need to find out the means for the two middle values like that, okay? But for any median that involve frequency table, you can use this method too. You need to get the median position. Okay, after that, you need to look at the table, look for the frequency, and look for the position. Okay, and this step 2, if you want to you can ignore this step 2 if in frequency table. Okay, you just focus on the table, look for the median position, and after you got the position, then you just count from the first of the values in the frequency until you got the position. Okay, that will be the answer. Okay, if it is involved frequency table. But if the question is about simple data set, ignore this one, just focus with method 1. That's it, okay? Here, if the number of elements are odd, this is what happened when the number of element is odd, okay? So you just take the middle value, alright? And remember, you need to reorder, and then you cancel out both sides here, then you will get that 5, okay? But if it is even number of elements, you need to find the mean or average here. Here we use average, just now we use mean, okay? Mean and average is equal terms in this situation, okay? They are just the same, average and mean here in this situation, okay? So the median, once you cancel out, you reorder and you cancel out, then you will find out two values in the middle. Then you add both of the values for plus 5 and divide by 2. This is what we call as means or average, okay? Average that you already learned in your year 6. Therefore, the answer is 4.5. Okay? Let us proceed with examples of median. Example 24. Hannah is recording the number of letters in each word in an article. These are the first 10 lengths. Okay, here will be your data set and work out the median. Remember, the first step to find out the median is to rearrange, reorder this number of element in this data set. Do not simply take the middle value in this given data set. Remember that one. Okay, so solution, step 1, reorder from the ascending order here, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. And then you cancel out. And as you can see here, there are two middle numbers in this example, 4 and 4. Therefore, for even numbers, for a data set that have two middle values, you need to find out the mean or average. Okay, so 4 plus 4, we add both of them, divide by 2, and you should get 4. Therefore, 4 is the median for these examples. Next, example 25. Shown are the ages and weights of 5 cats. Okay, which cat has the median age? So here we need to focus with age. Again, you need to reorder 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 7, 9, 12, and then look for the middle value. The answer is 7. Okay, so which cat? The question asks you about which cat. So the answer is Toto. Okay, Toto have the median age 7. Okay, now for part B, which cat has the median weight? So we focus with weight here. Whatever it is, still you need to rearrange, reorder. 8, 9, 14, 16, and 30. Again, the question asks you about which cat. So look for the cat, not the weight. Okay, so 14 will be Fido. Your final answer should be Fido. Okay, not 14. So the answer is Fido. So far so good. Okay. Next, example 26. The height of some footballers are listed below. Here will be the elements in the data set. And part A, you need to work out the median. Okay. Remember, for median, you need to rearrange the elements in the data set. That will be your step 1. Okay. Once you reorder, be careful. Here involve decimal, so look carefully. Once you reorder and try to get the middle value, and as you can see here, we have two middle value here. Therefore, when we have two middle value, you need to find out the mean of the two middle value. Okay. So 1.81 plus 1.85 divided by 2, you will get 3.66 divided by 2, and you will get 1.83. That will be your answer for part A. And now, these questions involve model. Okay, what is the model height? Remember, model is mod. So which one of these elements in this data set with highest frequency? The answer is 1.78. Okay, 1.78. We have 1, 2 here, and 1.78 is the most often in this data set. Okay, so that is how you going to answer the exam questions. Now, extra example, you don't have this in your notes, so can you please copy this down? Okay. Now, the sizes of shoes sold in one morning are given below. Here is the frequency table. Find the median. Okay, now, if you are asked to find out the median from the frequency table, you just need to focus here. Okay, you focus with this frequency here. 3 means we have size of 25 3 times. Okay, so 25, 25, 25. And 5 here means we have size of 26 5 times. 26, 26, 26, 26, 26. You still can use the method 1. You need to arrange first, how many 25 size, 26 size, and then you cancel out to find out the middle values. That also can, okay? But there is another efficient way. From this frequency table, you focus with this value and then you add them all. The answer is 17, right? So here we're going to use the method, this one, okay? N is number of elements in the data set. So we have 17 elements in this data set, okay? And then plus 1, that is the original formula. You just follow plus 1. And you should get 18 here. Divided by 2, you should get 9. And remember, 9 is the position, not yet the median. Okay? 9 is the position, is not yet median. So how you're going to find the 9th position? You just add this one. 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5 is 8, correct? So your median will not be in this 25 nor this 26, no. So if you add this one, you will get 9. So the 9th position is this 27. That is how you going to find out the median in your frequency table. Okay. So step 2, find the median. Select the 9th position as I explained just now. Therefore, the answer is 27. I repeat myself. How are you going to find out this 9th position? You add this frequency. 3 plus 5 is 8. Yeah, is 8, correct? So 8 is not yet 9th position. So when we move to another one, we plus 1, we have 9th position. Exactly what we're going to find out for the median. Okay? Therefore, the answer is 27. Please copy this down in your notes. You don't have this in your notes, okay? Now, mean. The mean is computed by adding all of the numbers in the data together and dividing by the number elements contained in the data set. Actually, this mean is same like the average that you learn in your PSR. Okay? So, here we use the word means. In PSR, you use the word average. But they are same thing. Okay? Now, formula means equal to sum of values out of number of values. For data presented in a frequency table, sum of fx out of sum of f. I will explain this later on. Okay. Now, moving on with example 27. The question is, find the mean for each of the sets of data below. So, for part A, you are given 4, 9, 7, 10, and 5. Data set, we have 4, 9, 7, 10, and 5. Number of elements, we have 5. And how are we going to find out the numerator? You add them all. You don't have to reorder. You just add them. You just simply list and add them all. Okay, so 4 plus 9 plus 7 plus 10 plus 5 divided by 5. Okay, so 35 out of 5 and the answer is 7. Like that. Okay, I repeat myself. Mean in this slide, in this topic, mean here is like average in your PSR. So there is nothing difficult here. You already learned that average in your PSR, your year 6. Okay. Next, example 27b. Repeat the same things. List down and number of element is 5. You can count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how you're going to find the means? You add them all. But be careful, here involve negative integers. So the rules for negative integers apply here. Now I will put it like this first so that you can clearly see the negative integers here, and we need to add all of the values. And be careful, when plus meet with minus, it will become minus. Plus with minus become minus, and the rest of it, okay. Okay, so 9 minus 3, 9 minus 3 minus 6 plus 5 plus 0 out of 5. So 5 out of 5 equal to 1. Therefore, the answer is 1. For part C, you are given decimal elements, number of elements. So here we have 7. You just add them all. You should get 16.1 divided by 7. And your final answer should be 2.3. Okay. The next one, example 28. Mr. Wazif gives his class a test. The results are as mentioned here. Okay. Then work out the mean marks. Okay. Repeat the same things. Means you can ignore this percentage. You don't have to write down the percentage unit here. You just take the value and add them all. And this one, how many number of element in this data set? Here is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Be careful with your calculations. So you should get 623 here divided by 10. And your mean will be 62.3. Okay. Your mean will be 62.3. The final answer should be 62.3. After that, for part B, how many students score above the mean marks? The mean marks is 62.3. So how many students that get higher than 62.3? Here. So we have 6 students that got higher marks than this mean marks. So the answer is 6 students score above the mean mark. Next, example 29. A basketball team plays 8 matches. The number of points they score in each match are mentioned here. Here is the number of points. So you need to work out the mean. So you apply the formula mean, add them all. Add all of the elements and divide number of elements. Okay, be careful with your calculation. You got 544 divided by 8 and you should get 68. Therefore, your final answer is 68. Now, for example 30, the mean is given. The mean of 4 number is 10, so 10 is mean. 4 is number of elements. Sorry. 4 is number of elements. 3 of the numbers are 9, 11, and 7. Work out the fourth number. Okay. So, means is given. Your number of means is given. Your number of value is given. And one of the element in the data set is missing. So, we will put it as X. Okay, like this. Mean is given 10 and 4 is the number of elements. So the fourth here. This one is the missing one. Okay. So any unknown we replace it with alphabet. Okay. We write it as alphabet before you get the answer for that missing value. And apply your algebra here. Okay. So every whole number denominator is 1. Therefore, we have cross multiplication here. 27 plus x equal to 10 times 4. That is how you got 40. Okay. Now, we're going to remove this one. So, we're going to remove. We subtract both sides by 27. That is how you got 40 minus 27. And your x is 13. Therefore, the fourth number will be 13. Things like that, okay? So you just need to be careful with your calculation and be flexible in exam. sometimes the question will be different from what we already done in class. Just remember the basic and the key for each of the workings. Okay. Now, in this example 31, it involves frequency table. Okay. Find the mean number. Find the mean number of goal score. Give your answer to 2 decimal places. Okay. Now, if you're given frequency table, you're going to use this formula. Okay. Fx mean f times x. F times x. And f here is the frequency here. Right? F here is the frequency here. Now, still with the same idea, we need to add them all. Okay, but before you add, you need to find out the fx. Okay, f times x like this. So 0 times 13, you will got 0. Meaning here 0 we have 13 times. Okay, the key idea here is 0 we have 13 times, 1 we have 21 times, like that. Okay, but here we can just multiply. Okay, so 1 times 21 you'll get 21, 2 times 34 you got 68, 3 times 21 you got 63, 4 times 13 you'll get 52, and 5 times 8 you'll get 40. Please add this in your notes. Okay, you don't have this in your notes, and don't forget to write down multiply here. Okay, this is the practical way that you can use in doing your exam questions. Okay, in answering your exam questions, you don't need to redraw your table here. You just add one more row here. Okay, so fx, you multiply f times x. 0 times 13, 1 times 21, 2 times 34, 3 times 21, 4 times 13, 5 times 8. After that, since you need your fx here, the sum of your fx, therefore, you need to add all of this and you need to add all of this. Okay, you'll get something like this. I will erase this one first. Nah. Okay, so when you add all of the frequency, you will get 110. When you add all of the fx, you will get 244. Okay, once you got this value, you just simply write the value here, 244 divided by 110. Okay, and solve. You will get 2.21818, but the question asks you to give your final answer to 2 decimal places. Therefore, the answer is 2.22. Your final answer will be 2.22. Okay. Okay, last example before we move to range. Example 32. The mean mass of a group of 12 students is 60.5. Find the total mass of the 12 students. Okay, now here mean is given 60.5 and number of element is given 12, so you need to find out the total. So here means the numerator of the fraction is missing. This one, so mean equal to total mass out of number of students. Fill in all the given information. Mean is given 60.5 and number of students is given 12, so total mass is missing, the numerator. Every fraction, every whole number denominator is 1. So do the cross multiplication here because we have equal sign here. Okay, if you have equal sign and we have two information like this, you can use cross multiplication. Okay, after that, 60.5 times 12, the answer is 726. Therefore, the final answer for part A is 726. And for part B, 2 students, each with a mass of 60 kg, join the group. Find the new mean, giving your answer correct to 1 decimal places. Okay. In your notes, it is 3 significant figures. So, can you please change it into 1 decimal places? 1 decimal place. Sorry. Okay. Now, let us discuss the solution. Means equal to 726. You already have the total for the 12 students in your part A, correct? 726. So you can use this value carried to your part B, 726. And the 2 students you are given marks with 60 each. Therefore, 726 plus 60 plus 60. And since the number of students is increased by 2 students, therefore the total is not uh, the total is not 12 anymore, but it is 14. After that, after you have this information, you settle them, you solve them. 846 divided by 14, you will get 60.429. And remember, the question asks you to give your answer in 1 decimal place. Therefore, don't leave your answer like this. You need to round off to 1 dp. Therefore, the answer is 60.4. Okay, the final answer will be 60.4. Now, let us move to range. The range is not an average. Please remember that one. The range is not an average. It shows the spread of the data. Okay. It is used to compare 2 or more sets of similar data and also to explain the consistency of 2 or more sets of data. This is the most important. You need to remember the formula to find out the range. Range equal to biggest number minus smallest number. In statistics, a range shows how spread out a set of data is. The bigger the range, the higher the range, the more spread out the data. If the range is small, the data is closer together or more consistent. Okay, you need this information if the question asks you which data is more consistent. Okay, so the answer is when the range is smaller. The smaller the range, the consistent will be the data. Moving on with example 33, Miss Aliyah gives her class a test. The test is out of 40 marks. Okay, here are their scores. Work out the range. Okay, now the solution here, since the range is the difference between the smallest and the largest value, so you need to look for the largest and the smallest from this data set. Okay, look for these elements, the largest and the smallest. The largest will be 38, this one, and the smallest will be 20. After that, how you're going to find range is just simply subtract 38 minus 20, and the answer is 18. That's it. Okay, that is how you find out the range. You just need to be careful. Okay, look carefully which one is the largest and which one is the smallest, and you just subtract and find the difference. That will be the key idea for range. Example 34. The amount of water in some containers are here, and you need to find the range. Now, be careful, since the key idea for range is to look for the highest value and the lowest value, right? So you need to be careful here because it involves liters and milliliters. Okay? So you need to look carefully to find out which one is the highest and which one is the lowest. Now, solution. Remember, range range is equal to biggest number minus smallest number. So you need to look from these elements and look for the biggest or highest value and smallest or smallest numbers values. Okay, and the biggest will be 5000 ml. You can just ignore your unit in this calculation as long as you know that 5000 is the highest. Okay, and the lowest will be 75 ml. Okay, once you got this, you subtract them and you will get 4925 ml, and the answer will be 4925. In this example 35, uh, you are given a table of temperature in each days in 5 days, okay, over 5 days. Now, whatever the information is, whatever the question is, you just focus what the question want. Okay, here the question want range, so just circle range and recall all the related information to find range. Okay, now remember here we have negative integers. Okay, so be careful. The higher the negative integers, it will be the smaller number. Okay. Now, range is biggest number minus smallest number. Therefore, the biggest number will be 1 and the smallest number will be negative 6. Okay, and recall your integers. Here we have minus, meet with minus, so become plus. Okay, so 1 plus 6, you will get 7. And the final answer will be 7. Okay, so be careful with the integers and negative values. Now, example 36. Can you please help me to add the questions? The question is missing in this example 36. Can you please add in your notes? Work out the range of the weight. Okay, the missing question is work out the range of the weight. Now, in this example 36, it's shown a bar chart of weight of 3 cats. Okay, you need to work out the range of the weight, so you just simply look for the biggest and the smallest. The biggest will be the biggest numbers, or the highest value is 13. So 13 minus 7, you will get 6. Therefore, the answer will be 6. Next, the last part for this topic. Compare two simple distributions using the range and one measure of average, bracket, mode, median, or mean. Now, please be careful. The word average here consists of these three things. Okay, mode, medians, or means. But average in previous topic means that average same as the means average that you learn in your PSR. Okay, average is mean in that situation. Okay, which is you need to add all of the values in the elements, divide with number of element. Okay, but average in this situation, it referring to these three things. Average is referring to these three things: mode, median, or means. So please be careful with that. Okay. Now let us discuss example 37. Catherine plants 2 different types of tomato plants. She records the number of tomatoes that she picks from each plant each day for 10 days. Her records are shown below. Here will be the record for the plant A and plant B. Now, calculate the mean for plant A. So you just need to focus with plant A. You add all of the values. Divide with number of values. and you should get 42 out of 10, and you should get 4.2. Okay, the answer is 4.2. And for part B, repeat the same thing, but for plan B, you need to find the mean for plan B. So mean for plan B, focus with plan B information, plan B data set. So you add all of the elements, divide with number of elements. So 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 and plus 9 out of 10. And you will get 71 out of 10. And the answer is 7.1. Your final answer is 7.1. Okay. In this example, whatever that you have learned previously, your means, range, mode, median, all reflect to this kind of examples. And this is exam type questions. All of them will mix in one questions. Okay. So you just need to pay attention to what the question want and pay attention to the key for each of the topics. Okay. For part C, you need to calculate the range for plan A. So the highest will be 7 and the lowest will be 1, so equal to 6. For part D, calculate the range for plan B. The highest is 9 and the lowest is 5. Therefore, the answer is 4. Okay. For part E, which plant produces more tomatoes on average? Okay. So when we say on average, it referring to either mode, median, or means. But previously, we got the means for both of these plants, correct? So mean for plant A is 4.2, mean for plant B is 7.1. Which one is highest? The highest will be the better. Okay, that is the key for finding the explanations for means. Therefore, the solution, plan B produces more tomatoes because the mean is higher. Okay, I repeat myself, plan B produces more tomato because the mean is higher. In exam, if you are asked to explain, you just relate to all the properties, all the definitions of the topic. Okay, so here, the higher the means will be the better. So plant B produces more tomato because the mean is higher. And for part F, which plant has the more consistent? When we talk about consistency, we are talking about the range. Okay, so remember, the lower the range, the smaller the range will be the more consistent the data is. Okay, now when you look for C and D, we can see that plan B is lower, the range for plan B is lower than plan A. Therefore, this plan B will be more consistent. The data for your plan B is more consistent. Plan B is more consistent because the range is lower. Okay, remember that one. Now, example 38. Asnawi does a survey of the number of people in cars passing his house in the morning. He does this on Monday and on Saturday. The chart shows the result. Okay. Here will be the chart for Monday and here will be the chart for Saturday. Now, for part A, what is the mode for Monday? Remember, mode is higher frequency. That is the key for mode. And the answer is 1. And for part B, what is the mode for Saturday? And the answer is 2. Okay, look for the highest. This one, the highest, and this one is the highest. The next one, for part C. For part C, what is the range for Monday? So you just look for the highest and the smallest, and we look for this horizontal line. Okay, look for this horizontal line. So 6 minus 1, the answer is 5. For part D, what is the range for Saturday? Again, we look for the information below. Okay. And then 5 minus 1 equal to 4. And the last part, E, which they had more varied result. Varied means difference. Okay, there's a lot of result. That means that will be the definition for varied. Okay, various, varied, huge, wide. Okay, that's it. So which they have more varied? How you going to know this one? Look for your range. The higher the range, the varied will be the result. Okay, so we can see here Monday have higher range than the Saturday. Okay, Monday had higher range than Saturday. Therefore, Monday had more varied result because range was higher. Okay, that is how you're going to answer your exam questions. Just play around with the definition, with the properties, and you will be survive in exam. Okay. Now, the last example for this topic, example 39. In a golf tournament, the club chairpersons had to choose either Maria or Faye to play in the first round. In the previous 8 rounds, their scores were as follow. Okay, this example is same like example 37. Calculate the mean for Maria. So focus with Maria, repeat the same thing. You add all of the elements, okay? Divide with number of elements, which is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you should get 656 divided by 8. And you will get 82 for your means for Maria. Okay? The final answer will be 82. For part B, you need to calculate the mean for Faye. So the solution, mean for Faye, add all of the elements here. 80 plus 87 plus 85 plus 76 plus 85 plus 79 plus 84 plus 88 divided by 8 number of elements. Okay. And then you get 664 divided by 8. And you should get 83. Therefore, the final answer for part B is 83. Now, continue with C. Calculate the range for Maria. So, look for Maria. The highest value will be 92. And the lowest value will be 72. And the range will be 20. And part D, calculate the range for Faye. Look for Faye and carefully look for the highest value, which is 88 minus with the lowest value 76, and the answer is 12. Okay. Now, for part E, which golfer will you choose to play in the tournament? Explain why. Remember, in this part E, we have 2 questions. First, which golfer will you choose? So you need to clarify in your answer. Okay, you need to write down in your answer which golfer that you choose, either Maria or Faye, and then explain why. Okay, now when you ask this kind of question in exam, how are you going to choose the best? Okay, you need to refer back the means and the range, or if the question involve with mode, then we need to refer back the information that you derive from each of that average and the range. Okay. Now, previously we have calculate the means for Maria and Faye, correct? And just now we have calculate the range for Maria and Faye. Now, to choose the best, you need to look for the higher means and the lower range. Okay. To choose the best, you need to look for higher means and lower range. Alright? Now, that's it. So, first look at means. Who will get the highest means? It will be Faye, correct? Now, let's look for the range. Who will get the lower range? Still Faye. So, Faye is the chosen one. Write down Faye. Why? Because higher means and lower range. Okay, so this will be the last examples for this topic. Now this will be the summarization for what we already discussed in this session. Okay, so we already discussed about dataset. By now you should know that dataset is that a set of information. Each piece of information is called a value. The most often or highest frequency, the key for median, look for middle value, and if it is even numbers, you need to find out the mean of the two middle numbers, and be careful when the median involve frequency tables. You just need to focus with the frequency, okay, and look for the position before you get the median. Means adding all numbers divided by number of elements. Means here can also call as average that you learn in PSR, okay, year 6. And range here, the difference between the largest value and smallest value contained in the data set, okay. And for our level, year 7 and year 8, remember this, mode, median, range, mode, median, means, also we call it average, okay. So when we talk about average and range mean mode, median, mean, and range, okay. Please remember that one. And that will be the last part for our session. Thank you so much, and you need to focus with this topic because you will see again this topic next year. Okay, if you're still confused, you can come and ask. You just need to remember the key for each of these for these topics, okay. The key for mode, the key for median, the key for means, the key for range, and inshallah you will be okay with these topics, okay. And we will end our session. Thank you so much, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And as usual, we will end with reciting doa.
Doa selepas belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma inni astaudi'uka ma 'allamtani fardudhu ilayya inda hajati ilaihi wala tansani ya rabbal alamin. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya aku menitipkan padamu ilmu-ilmu yang telah engkau ajarkan kepadaku, dan kembalikanlah kepadaku sewaktu aku memerlukannya kembali. Dan janganlah engkau lupakan aku kepada ilmu itu, wahai Tuhan yang memiliki semesta alam. Amin.